and gentlefolk, welcome to Tabletop Tiddies. We're so sorry we're late. We had some technical difficulties, but we are here. A queer and feminist live Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast run entirely by people of marginalized genders. My name is Charlene Bear, and I'll be your dungeon goddess this evening. My pronouns are she, they, and you can call me Char. But before we get into the episode, we want to acknowledge the colonial history of Canada and how Canada has and continues to take from Indigenous people. The effects of colonization are still felt to this day, and we acknowledge that this episode is being recorded on the stolen lands of the Secwepemc, Semiahmoo, Katzie, Kwantlen, Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Coast Salish First Nations. If you would like to know more about the effects of colonization and support some Indigenous charities and organizations, you can go to the resources page on our website at tabletoptiddies.com/resources. My freshly waxed players today are ready to go.
What?
Hello?
I've been waxed.
Damn it.
My name is Rachel Theilade. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing more of a skull cleaver, the orc barbarian, whose pronouns are also she, her, and who is not very into being freshly waxed.
The dang character screen messed up because there's so much technical stuff going on. But hey,
Sorry!
I'm Kelly. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Asher Lochnear, the changeling way of mercy monk, celestial warlock, whose pronouns are also they, them, and they are always waxed as a changeling, I assume. I don't know how changeling anatomy works.
All right.
Hello, freshly waxed Wilmer here. Wink.
Literally. You're waxed right now.
Jesus.
I'm staring up at you with 1 HP. I'm Sara Mayfield. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Wilmer Adamith Myandis III. And he, him, he is a freshly waxed half-elf wild magic sorcerer.
I thought you were dead.
No,
I don't want to be associated with any of these people.
I was like, I think you gotta associate though, because you're next.
I'm aware. Hi, my name is Emily Matchette. My pronouns are she, her. It's my fault that we're late because my sound is being dumb. Sorry about it. I play Steve, the smooth as a baby Gnome Rogue Artificer.
Oh, it's one of those nights, huh? All right.
Over it! Let's get going! Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons, bitches!
Hey,
Sarah is dead, so we are using Sirenscape to help make our stream more atmospheric. You can use it too in your home games. It's free at Sirenscape.com. What we are doing is actually we inputted Mint Potion's album into our Sirenscape to allow us to have the official Hit Point Press soundtrack for Hecna. Thank you so much. That's what we're playing. Hit Point Press's module of Hecna, the Horror Carnival, coming to a close soon. Only a few more episodes left. Very exciting. And yeah, Twitch shoutouts.
Oh yeah! Today we're gonna give a nice little shout out to our friends over at Dork Tales. Dork Tales is the home of fantastic stories and epic friendships told by a passionate cabal of creatives from the Pacific Northwest. They're a story-first, fun-focused group that strives to provide a welcoming, inclusive, supportive, and accessible experience for die-hard fans and casual viewers alike. Their lineup includes both official and original D&D adventures, including their own homebrew setting, Yelos, Land of the Wandering Gods, as well as Cyberpunk Red and the World of Darkness Mage, the Ascension Chronicles set in the Victorian era. To join the party, visit twitch.tv/dorktales for live episodes and VODs, or check out their back catalog at youtube.com/dorktales.
I love Dork Tales. They're so great. They just did a charity game and they raised like $17,000 US.
Damn.
Wow.
Whew.
Love
Yeah,
that.
impressive. So potential content warnings for today's episode include exhaustion, extreme weather, marionettes and clowns, webbing, spiders, insects and maggot-like creatures, and bullying, gaslighting, coercion, mind control. Once I get to that, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're here, you know that's going to be
Usual
potential.
fucking Tuesday.
So last time on Tabletop Tiddies, Marge's favorites came face to face with Sophie, the Chandler of Flesh, searching for their friend the Toymaker and hoping to save Dr. Stella and other allies that had been previously kidnapped. After a short discussion and attempted ruse from Steve and Asher, an intense battle broke out. Our patrons gave the party an additional challenge of a candelabron, and Borba used her banana of infinite jest to attempt to trap Sophie in her lab. But it was no use. Molten wax geysers, wax and jellies, and Sophie's magical spells helped her stay on top of the battle. Wilmer became the unfortunate victim of her flesh to wax ability, transforming his chest into a block of flesh-toned wax, and giving Wilmer a permanent +1 to his AC, but vulnerability to fire damage. The group,
Which is what those villains should have had.
The group managed to find a tortured Dr. Stella who healed everyone before passing out due to exhaustion. And finally, Sophie was brought to death not once, but twice by a manic Asher. And I believe right now, Wilmer, I need a death save from you.
Wow, that's very rude. I just
you were
came
done.
here to hang out with some friends,
Mhm.
and here you are making me roll a 4.
Ugh. Wilmer is not looking good. We're out of initiative, but I will be keeping track of rounds per se. What would everyone like to be doing at this time?
I just like pour a health potion on Wilmer. What would that
Just
do?
on him. Just douse his body.
I think I'll allow it. I think normally that doesn't work if they're unconscious, but I'm gonna say it works.
You gotta rub the throat so they can swallow.
Yeah.
Make him swallow it.
Yeah, it can't be on him. We have to be like, "Ugh, drink it.
Oh, the thing where you like hold their nose and then you're just
Yeah.
like, drink.
Yeah.
I'm still just holding Sophie's body, just like breathing heavily.
I don't want to address that yet. I'm gonna do it Wilmer first.
Go ahead and roll the health potion there, Steve.
I is greater healing, so 44.
Yep.
6 plus 4 is 10.
Oh, that's so shitty. But Wilmer, you are up.
But I'm not dead.
Yep.
So
It's a win.
Next to the geyser of molten wax, your eyes flutter open, Wilmer, as you're lying horizontal. Your chest feels very odd and tight to you right now.
did we win?
We did.
Yes.
We did it.
Question mark?
We all like kind of look over at Asher, I assume. We're just like, hey Asher, you doing all right? What's going on?
I'm gonna like come to and like dump Sophie's body on the ground. Yes, sorry. We're just so close to the sun or the moon that does anyone need help?
I give Asher a nice, like, sturdy pat on the back. I'm like, looking like a little bit of a barbarian, and yeah, after all, look at you going into a rage.
Your hand kind of like crumples on the like the now grass and like shrub that
like,
Asher's
oh.
skin has turned into.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt any of your plants.
Is everyone
Right.
where's Stella? Where's Dr. Stella?
Oh God, where is Stella? Fuck. She's rolling death saves right now. We gotta find her.
over there, and I'll like point to wherever she is.
All right.
I decided I know where she is.
I just want to let everyone know that she was at 2 and 2 before you came rushing to her, Borba.
I'm just gonna shoot a healing light at her, like absent-mindedly, like point at her, and then just like a god ray light comes down and is going to heal her for. Oh wow, D&D Beyond. 3. She gets 3 HP as just a
Holy
light.
shit.
Wow. Stella.
I mean, like, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, Stella raises herself up gingerly, still like sitting on the floor. I can't believe you managed to best my sister. Congratulations, y'all, but I need some help. I'm not doing well.
Same.
And anyone near her sees like intense dark circles under her eyes. As I described last episode, she's covered in burns. Really not doing well here.
Would you like a snow cone? Perhaps a cream soda?
A cream soda would be nice, but perhaps we should take care of poor Wilmer first.
I mean, I feel like I'm looking a little bit better than you. No offense, you kind of look like shit.
I think if I were to metagame, I'd say I was at level 3 exhaustion right now.
Yeah, that sounds a lot shittier than I am right now. But, I mean, do we just want to take a hot old nap?
Do we have the time for that? I feel like
Looks
they're gonna
at
know what
Stella.
happened down here.
I know that the toy maker is here somewhere. I didn't see where they put them, but I think they're in this room. We got to find them.
I start casting message and pointing my finger everywhere. Hello, toy maker.
I would
Hello,
say
toy maker.
if you're casting message,
Hello, toy maker.
be like,
Hello,
make
toy
them
maker.
make them make noise. Like, be like, hit
Hey, toy
something.
maker.
Hit something.
I believe the toy
Make
maker
noise.
is. I believe the toy maker is mute.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Hit something.
Yeah.
Well, also, I would be able to tell what direction they respond from, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At the
If
moment
they can
of
respond,
you,
what if they can't respond?
yeah, you do not. As the scene progresses, you do not get a response, Steve.
Oh,
Probably
right.
knocked out.
I
They're
would like-
probably rolling death saves too.
All right, Borba, let's do a grid search. Me, you, let's snake this. And then
Yes, I am extremely observant, and this will totally go well. Let's do it. I'm in it.
Ditto. Please make us roll investigation.
I was gonna say perception because
All
my
right.
investigation
I'm
is
investigating,
-2.
and then Borba is percepting, and
Yeah.
we make a perfect duo.
This is great.
Excellent.
I'm gonna just
Each using
leave
the
back.
help action. It's fine.
It's fine. All right, go for it. Let's do Wilmer investigate and Borba percept.
I got a 15.
I got a 9.
All right, Wilmer, I'm so sorry, Borba, you do not perceive anything out of the ordinary. There are many scary waxed figures hanging, but none of them look like the toy maker.
I'm gonna think I see him a few times or them, and I'm gonna be like, oh, never mind. It's just some. Okay, never mind. It's just somebody else. It's probably dead. It's really fucked up.
Yeah. With a 15, Wilmer, you behind behind Sophie's behind Sophie's table, where she was using the controls to make the hanging bodies swing faster, you do find what appears to be a false floor under the chair.
Ooh, guys, trapdoor.
All right. Should the buff peeps go in here? What if there's more things that are gonna attack?
I'm like super buff, but I'm like a little not buff right now.
yeah.
I
I
would
will
really
go
like to
take
be
a peek.
buffer.
Tell you what, I'll just go look, and if shit hits the fan, I'll just come back and be like, hey, help. Okay.
Okay, what
Cool.
could go wrong with this plan? Go
Yeah.
ahead, Borba.
Steve,
All
did you
right,
say
I'll
you
go
were also
look.
going?
Yeah, I'll go look.
Okay.
Okay.
Steve and
Cool.
Borba, you head behind the desk.
Can I check for traps?
Yes, you may. Go for it.
Ooh, that's smart.
That's
I wouldn't have
very
thought of that.
Wow.
Investigation, yeah?
Yes.
Well, 10.
That was the DC to find a piercing trap that would
Jesus
activate if you used the handle. You must open this trap door another way.
Can I just disable disable it?
Yes, you can attempt to. Go ahead. That would be sleight of hands.
Hey, how's a 30?
A godlike ability. Yes.
I
you-
look at it funny and it just decides to disable itself.
Oh god, the fourth wall is unlocking.
Yes, no problem. You make quick work of that trap, and you're able to open this very heavy trapdoor, seemingly effortlessly, Steve.
Did you say it was like a spike?
It would have been, yes.
Is it like poisoned or anything?
Once you lift the lid, you get a better look at these spikes. There are 3 of them. They all seem to be charged with a different sort of element to them.
Can I have them?
Yes.
And
Yes!
Let's give
catapult them at
you
someone.
3 spears. We'll call them spears, and we'll give you an
Okay.
extra D6 for each of them. 1 fire, 1 ice, and 1 acid.
I love it.
Sick.
That's sick.
Thank you.
I mean, you got a 30 on your side.
Yeah,
so
true.
you deserve it.
Fair.
While they're doing
Sorry, there's 1d6 fire, ice, and
And acid. 1
Acid,
for
thank you.
each of the spikes, not 3 D6 for each spike. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
while they're doing that, with Wilmer's permission, can I tend to, I mean, the various burns, but also this strange waxen chest that has now happened?
Hello. I would say that Wilmer allows it, but he's also just kind of staring in after Steve, and he's slowly like scratching a 6-pack into his wax torso.
I absolutely don't think it's a good idea to remove components of
Wilmer, you take
essentially your flesh.
1 point of slashing damage.
That is rude.
You're literally removing part of your body right now.
I'm giving myself a 6-pack. I'm making myself water.
Beauty is pain, apparently.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
Alright, whatever.
And Asher, how are you
I look
attempting?
I think just I have almost no resources left, so I think this is just a good old fashioned observation medical check, seeing if like Wilmer's gonna die at some point.
Yes. Okay, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
All right.
I mean, if we're gonna get real about it, don't we all die?
How's a 26 sound?
26 sounds pretty hot. Yeah. With a 26 medicine check, you would know that if Wilmer suffered this adverse effect more than once, his life would be in significant danger. Having just one part of his body be affected is all right for now.
Yeah, it's just the part with the organs in it.
Yeah. You're also, with a
And the new
26,
6-pack.
would be aware that I lost my train of thought. The 6-pack,
Sorry,
it's so distracting.
My
Ooh.
joke was so good.
With a 26, you would also know that your current healing abilities that you have would not be able to reverse the effects. You would need something like greater restoration or similar.
Okay, I'm just gonna bandage it up for the time being so that it's not exposed to the heat.
Wait, no one can see my 6-pack then.
I'll take out
Asher.
a science Sharpie for, when they do like plastic surgery, and I'll draw a 6-pack onto the wrappings. Just very
Amazing.
focused and medical, and then 6-pack.
Cool.
And back to Borba and Steve. Looking inside, Steve, you have removed the stakes, the spikes. Borba, seeing inside, you would find what looks to be like a cocooned, medium-sized creature wrapped in some sort of silk.
I don't like it. Okay. I would like to possibly look and see that it is, if it's the toy maker
Yeah.
or a foe.
I'll let you roll insight on this cocoon or perception on this cocoon, whichever feels right to you.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say perception because it's a +5.
All right.
So that's a 10. I rolled a 5.
Hard to tell right now. But you do see something else in this false floored area. You see a book, a leather and black velvet tome, gilded with gold.
I want it. I want to look at it.
Yeah. As you pick it up, it smells like decay masked with like a floral perfume over top. And you feel that it is magical in your hands.
Hey, Steve. Hey,
Yes?
Steve. You have dabbled in some sort of magic at some point with your creations.
Mm-hmm.
You want to check a look at this bad boy and tell me what you think of it? Maybe an Arcana check.
Or the thing.
Oh, I mean both if you have time, but the book in particular.
Can I take a look at the cocoon, and can we say that I have advantage with spiders for Bobbin?
No. Bobbin is not a real spider.
I don't have proficiency in webbing and web-like things.
In knowledge of arachnids.
I'm saying no for now. That was perhaps I can be convinced at a later time. What would you like to look at first?
I want to look at the cocoon first.
Okay.
That is
Yes.
It's specifically I don't want it to like crack open and eat me if it's a bad guy. So sorry, what am I roll? Investigation, perception, insight? I can't remember what you said.
Yeah, so this depends on what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to just figure out what's inside it, what it is?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll nature.
Ooh.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
So 25.
With a nat 20. You know quite a bit about this. You would hands down know that this is a cocooned creature that has been attacked by people from Arachne's coven, the web. You would know that if you touched this cocoon, you would take poison damage. And you can tell by the shape of this cocoon right now that the toy maker is inside and may be taking damage per 6 seconds.
Cool. Can I use my spectral scissors to cut it open?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Because then I'm not touching it.
You make quick work of the cocoon casing and do in fact find the toy maker inside. Their body is oddly shaped and a little rusted from the acid. They do not look good.
What race is the toy maker?
The toy maker is made out of metal, a construct, if you would.
Can I cast mending on them then?
Yes, you may.
I do that.
As Steve, you focus your mending energies on the toy maker, bits of this metal find their shine returning to it, and their eyes, their head like swivels back to an eyes open position of relief when they clock Borba and your faces staring down at them in the hole.
Hello, darling.
They reach a hand forward to be helped out of the hole.
I mean, I'll help, but I'm small. So like, hey, Borba, wanna come and help?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'll help.
Yeah, the two of you work together and it is completely fine. You are able to remove the toy maker from their hole. You do know that Stefano isn't here, so communicating with them might be a bit difficult right now.
I've been slightly learning sign language. So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna message hello, and you are safe, which comes out as like, there's an apple.
Can you make sleight of hand with advantage for me? And we'll actually have a mechanic here to see if it works out.
Oh, sick.
You've said multiple times that you've been trying to learn.
20!
So. Yeah, you're able to say it.
Nice.
Yeah, we're here to help.
They respond, and I'll make you make an intelligence. No, make a sleight of hand check again to see if you can like understand the hand movements that they're making.
That's only a 17.
Yeah, with a 17, you get a gist of an answer being obvious thanks for saving them, and that we don't have much time.
We don't have a lot of time, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
The only way out of here was teleportation, correct? That we knew of. At least for... We couldn't send Dr. Stella and the Toymaker back to Locks without perhaps teleporting them out of here, correct?
That is entirely a possibility.
Dr. Stella, do you know a way out of here now that the Chenandler is dead?
I do think the Toymaker knows a passage that could get us to the web. I'm not sure if I'd be able to come with you in this state I'm in. I can help myself a little with when I've had a rest or so, but
be honest, I probably shouldn't go as well.
Can I take a look around to see if there...
Bless you.
bless you.
Just to see if, like, because we teleported in here with, like, no warning.
Yeah.
So just to figure out if Sophie was able to let Hekna or Arachne know, or if no one knows that we're here and that Sophie is down yet. Is there any way for me to find that out?
Yeah.
Like if there's any
A
kind
good
of
idea.
button that was pushed.
So
Yeah,
you
she
were
did push
already...
a button.
You were by her table, her like lab table earlier, so you can make a investigation check with advantage now, because you're looking for a specific detail here.
That will be... Ooh, needed that advantage. That'll be a 16.
Yeah, with a 16, you don't find anything other than 2 switches. One that is fast, slow, off, which you attribute to the rotating carcasses above you. And the other is just 2 buttons, both red, circular, one on top of the other. Currently, one of them is pushed, the lower one.
And they're unlabeled?
Unlabeled.
Ugh.
Even if she
Stella, your sister was horribly disorganized.
Even if she doesn't have a button to warn Hekna, she could have cast message. She had magic.
I mean, we didn't see her. I believe both sending and message have somatic
False.
components, and we didn't see her doing
Do
so.
anything. Okay, yeah.
But she could have done it like at the beginning and we just didn't notice.
That's true. I mean, you have the ability to set alerts. Do you not, Steve?
I do. That's what I was thinking, is that we could just hide here for a while and I'll set an alarm, kind of a thing.
Yeah. I think it would be best if we rested. It seems like...
Yeah.
I mean, we're all covered in wax and burns and...
And glorious 6-packs.
Yes.
We all, yes, we all need a rest, and I think that this would be very unexpected to rest here.
Yeah. They might expect us to go back to the sweet suite.
Yeah, or even to Locke's shop.
Correct.
I'm worried about
Especially with the
them,
toy
by the
maker.
way. That's, yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to sign and ask the toy maker if they're okay with resting here.
Sleight of hand.
Hell yeah. Still with advantage?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. It's not bad.
Raise the
19.
same roll for their response.
These are the most consistent I've been. So that's 19 to say,
Sorry, 19?
19 to talk, and then
Yeah,
that's a dang nat 20 to know what their response is.
Oh my goodness! So many nat 20s today.
Wow.
Holy cow. Yeah.
Save some for me.
They understand your messaging completely, and they do respond, letting you know that they're going to attempt to summon Stefano here. And they'll stay in Sophie's lab, but that after resting, you all should go up this way, and they point to a hidden door behind Sophie's bookcase.
Right.
An unknown area that leads to the web.
How long a rest we taking, fam? Like, are we
I think
short resting?
I think we
Long
should try to
resting?
recover.
I don't know if we have time for long
I
rest.
would love to long rest.
I know we all would
And
love to long rest.
My alarm does last for 8 hours.
I guess if we get interrupted, we'll just deal with that when we get there.
I'm gonna be 100% honest here. Short rest will give me nothing.
Like I have no
Yeah, I
spell slots
figured.
left, so
I figured. I think we all could use it.
Literally nothing. I have 0 hit die, and I don't
Oh,
get
God.
those back.
Okay,
Long
you know what? Long
rest.
rest it is. If we get interrupted, the people who are on watch will deal with it. All
Yeah,
right,
I'm
I'll
just
take
gonna
first watch.
go,
I will do it.
What I will say out of character, Char, is
Mhm.
before I take a sick little nap here, I'm going to see if I can find some hot cloth, and I'm gonna set myself up a little hammock.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hang from the ceiling from those rotating things, so that way if someone comes in, they won't necessarily see me right away, and I can keep
Ooh.
napping.
Everyone else will deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just sleep, sleep through it.
Awesome.
It's fine.
Fair.
Yes.
But I'll also say, like, hey guys, I'm sleeping up there. If anyone wants to join me, we can set up hammocks. It'll be sick.
Valid.
If everyone's okay with it, I would prefer to meditate alone. The moon has been messing with me a bit. I think I just need to center.
It's all good. I get it.
sure. And DM, I'm gonna keep an eye on Asher during this rest.
Yeah.
All
fair.
right. As we
Little
are
bit.
deciding on doing long resting, I also will just say I want you to be sure on the decisions you're making. So you are taking 8 hours of time here that can affect a myriad of things with your plans. I just want you to be very aware of the amount of time that you're spending here.
I think our plans will be deterred if we die.
It's it's a rock and a hard place, but I just want you to know.
Here is, like, straight up, like, I think if we're gonna, like out of character, let's just quickly have a conversation here. I have 1 first level spell slot and 2 third level spell slots left, and 2 sorcery points left, which out of, like, 11 is nothing.
Yeah.
And like, I will be helpful. Like, I still have my fucking scimitar, and I still have, like, other things I can do, but I am deeply concerned that I will die.
But Wilmer, you have 1 extra AC point.
Yeah, I have 1
Wonderful
extra AC
extra one.
point.
Yeah, no, I'm all. I think at this point we're out of options when it comes to whether or not we
Like,
all
I just-
TPKing for the sake of the Revelia, or are we surviving and
Well,
hopefully
like, is
saving
there-
as many
like,
as we
I
can.
don't think
like,
we faced some of those Arachne hoes earlier, right? Like, or we saw them at least when the chaos was going on outside.
yes,
Like, I don't think we could fight them in our current state. Like, I just don't think that's feasible, and I don't think we have enough, like, healing or other abilities necessarily. Like, I have my Pearl of Power, so I can at least get 1 spell slot back, but I just think we're kind of fucked.
I think this is in character. I'm like, because I'm assuming the characters are having a conversation as well as us.
yeah,
like,
probably.
whereas, like,
in character.
I think if
there's
we
a lot
were
of
to do
whining
this,
and six-pack comments coming
I
from
think
Wilmer.
at this point, if we go forward in our state, some of us are going down and not getting back up.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I don't think we can rely on the ex machina of Stella again, given that
No.
she is clearly out of it.
She's
she
clearly-
needs to rest as well, and
As out of character, level 3 exhaustion.
I can,
And you mentioning Stella, you all like instinctively like go to look towards her, and she's now kneeling down by Sophie, tears streaming from her face.
yeah, I think a little bit of
A little
time.
taking a moment might be nice.
I think we don't really have much of a choice at this point if we want to actually make it out of here in one piece as well as save this place. So I'll take first watch.
sounds good.
If anybody wants to join me, great. If not, y'all can just nap. It's fine.
I'll do first watch as well, just because I want to set my alarm, or
Right.
find the best spot to set the alarm, as well as look at the book.
Yes, I'll pass the book over to Steve, and I'm gonna go over to Stella quickly as this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of just wanted to walk over as she's having this moment and be like, I don't mean to interrupt, but this is clearly a difficult situation for you, and I've been in similar. So if you need to talk to anyone, my door is always open. So, you know.
Yeah. Thank you, Orba. You're such a sweetheart. I think I just need this to be on my own for now. I'm the one that's supposed to be helping you deal with your shit.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I sleep tonight. That'll be interesting. Haha. I finger guns and I just kind of like walk away. I'm like, yeah, let me know if you need anything. Hey.
All right. Will do. And yeah, she turns her attention back inward.
Yeah.
Steve, you said you wanted to look around for the best place to lay your alarm.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. As you do like a once over Sophie's lab, your attention is drawn to the bubbling vats in the room, and one of them doesn't match the rest. The contents don't seem to be the similar shade of red that the others are.
Can I sniff it?
Sure. You approach this vat of pinkish liquid and do a nice smell. Nice big
I'll be
sniff.
very clear. I waft it.
The science smell.
Yes,
I took
the science
science
smell.
I waft it. I don't
Chemistry
stick my
11.
schnoz right in there. We're wafting here, people.
And you get the smell of seawater, freshly cut grass, and barbecue.
What the fuck?
Out of character, sounds like some Harry Potter love potion bullshit.
Hey, but what the fuck? Sorry, fresh cut grass was the only thing that I heard out of all of those things.
Seawater
I
and
couldn't think of
barbecue.
anything else. Salt water, barbecue, and fresh cut grass. Can I like in check or like Arcana check or like potion
Yeah.
check or
Yeah, you can definitely do an Arcana check on this. As you continue to sniff, you also are waft. You just you're
lame.
reminded of, apple pie, another really strong scent that just is on the tip of your tongue. And with a 9, you can identify that this is indeed a potion, but you cannot identify of what.
In the desk, was there like drawers or papers or anything? Like maybe I can find a recipe or something like that somewhere?
Yeah, you don't have to, you already really searched the desk. So you found, I would say, like various drawings of anatomies, experimentation plans of morphing creatures together, a lot of dark shit. No recipes for what's in the vats, though. The other vats themselves seem to all be molten wax. But I will say that the contents of this cauldron have also been influenced by our patrons. Patreon.com/Tabletop Tiddies if you want to influence the game.
Can we trust them, though?
Yes. Interesting.
Well, cause like.
Oh no, a decision!
It's okay.
It's not decision. It's just you said there's something that I couldn't identify, and all I can think about is Critical Role, and that the one I can identify is pussy. That's all I can think about.
I'm gonna say also, you literally have like 3 hours to make this decision. It's not like
Are you thinking that I'm gonna drink it? There's no fucking way
Steve-
I'm drinking this thing.
Steve gets exhaustion because she doesn't
wait,
sleep and just
wait,
thinks about this.
Wait. Before I go to sleep, can I cast detect magic on it?
Ooh.
Would that help at all?
You would know the school of
Yeah, it teaches you
magic.
the school.
Which would narrow it down a little bit, maybe.
Yes.
Necromancy.
I quickly Googled the type of magic. Please hold as this loads. This is transmutation magic.
Interesting. Can I like bottle some up?
Yes. I would say that you would have 2 flasks on you that you can use for this. And as you do so, it's almost like that scene in, I forget which Harry Potter book it is, but like the potion like significantly goes down as you scoop up into your vials, and you manage to get 2 vials full of this potion.
I believe that's Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Probably. Sounds right.
All right. That was a fun little excursion.
Mystery potion.
Have I set my alarm yet?
Yeah, so there's a main door to this room. It's very obvious. Besides the teleportation circle, that would be where people would be coming in from.
And if you can set multiple, just gonna say you should probably also set the bookcase and the
I can
teleportation circle.
only do one.
Okay.
Asher's
But
That's what Borba is for. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, Borba.
Yeah.
Eyes open.
Woo.
Bobbin doesn't need to sleep, so can I set Bobbin as like a 24/7? Watch?
Yeah, Bobbin can
So, like-
alert you.
Yeah.
If it ends up seeing anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah, so
Bobbin have
Bobbin can
blind
run.
sight?
Let me check.
I feel like being a construct it would.
no.
Oh, okay.
It's a homunculus servant, right? So
Right.
It's a tiny construct, yeah. No, just dark vision and a 14 passive perception.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Boroba, you set yourself up to have a watch with
Yes.
Steve. Do you want to do your watch in sets of 2? Is that what's happening? Or
I guess so.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. You know what? Yeah, let's do it.
yeah. With this strict watch set in place, I'm going to fast forward through these watches. And you all take your long rests. And this is
Okay,
where
can I just quickly just be like, me and Stefano have a watch together, and we both have 6-packs, and we spend the entire watch talking about our 6-packs.
yes, I will allow
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, my 6-pack, it's great. So we fast forward through the watches, and we will be leveling up now.
Yay.
So starting with Barba.
Woo! Also, I rolled a 17 for my nightmare/dream roll.
Perf.
So we didn't.
Successful
we didn't
sleep.
We didn't have a bad time.
No
surprisingly.
exhaustion for you.
Oh boy, I rolled a 10 for health.
Ooh.
So let me add.
Plus
4.
Constitution.
So that's another 14 HP.
Man, nice. And you can
Yeah.
put yourself back up to full health with this long rest. Steve.
Let's see. I'm rolling a d8 for that health roll. I rolled a 7, plus my con is +3, so I get extra 10.
Nice. Very good.
I'm at 99 health.
Ooh.
Pretty
Total.
huge.
Are we going through what are we doing with our level up? Or not?
You can if you'd like to. Sure.
Ooh.
I'll just say that I took a level in Artificer because there's an option for me there. So
Mm.
I am now 7 levels of Rogue and 5 levels of Artificer.
Nice. Borba, did you have
Um,
something you wanted to share also?
Yes. Do I have something I would like to share with the class? I certainly do. Borba is taking the Sentinel feat,
Ooh.
which is going to be great.
Yes.
So let's go and explain what that is for our lovely friends listening in. Where the fuck are you? There you are.
God damn it!
When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of its turn. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks from you even if they take the disengage action. When a creature within 5 feet of me makes an attack against a target other than myself, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature. So I have two options for my reaction now. Do I attack or do I shield my friends? Who's to say, really?
And Floof will also gain an additional die for all of his abilities.
Sweet!
Woo.
Wilmer!
Hello! I will roll my wonderful d6 right now, and I rolled a 4. So plus my con, that means I get 5 more HP.
Ooh.
And also with this level up. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of backstory here for a quick second.
Oh my.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys have ever known any of those skinny buff boys. Like boys that aren't actually strong, but have like a 6-pack just because they have like 0 body fat.
Yes.
So basically, that's what just happened to fucking Wilmer. So he just fell asleep with this 6-pack drawn on his body, and he just woke up feeling hella fucking buff, but not any stronger. And what that translates as is he took the buff feat and just got a massive bump to his HP.
You mean the tough feet?
Yeah, the tough buff feet.
Heck
The
yeah.
tough buff gruff feet.
Nice. I
Translates as
also.
a permanent 6-pack.
I love it.
It's canon now. Sorry, you can't take it away.
I won't. You have a waxen 6-pack.
Thank you.
Steve, I should also say during your rest, you specifically said you wanted to look at your book.
Oh, yes.
And inside, you see the first few pages have some handwritten notes inside that say, I saw Sock Hop ask out Marbles McGee today. They're going to Babs for dinner, or they're going to Marge's for dinner, and then seeing a show at the Big Top. How delightful. Although, if you ask me, Sock Hop would be far more handsome with a 5th arm. I wonder if they'd let me add one. And other similar notes about what seems to be the romantic goings-on of the Revelia. But further in, you do find the following spells, which are now going to be added to your artificer list: False Life, Inflict Wounds, Blight, and Modify Memory.
Ooh.
You can.
Oh.
The book has
Oh.
2 charges. You can cast 2 spells per day from it. And once a day, while you are holding this book and you cast an enchantment spell on a creature that requires a saving throw, you can force that creature to roll with a disadvantage on its saving throw against your spell.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yo, false life though. It's gonna
False
come in handy.
life, though. Fuck, man. Sips tea. Sorry, Sips White Claw.
Interesting.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Cool.
Cool.
Interesting.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
And with that, with your long rest completed, you all awake. Your watches were uneventful. Probably due to the fact that everyone's so terrified of Sophie. And the toy maker gestures towards the bookcase, seeming to ask if you're ready to go.
You're all also going to find that a bit of like leaves and stuff have sort of like grown into your clothing, and you now have 11 temp HP.
For how long? Ever?
Till it's used or more temp HP is applied.
Okay.
Gotta love level 12.
Pew pew pew.
The toy maker begins to sign again. Anyone who would like to attempt to read the toy maker's... Oh, Stefano's here. Never mind. I'm in Dum Dum. They sign and Stefano interprets. All right, everybody. So this is a relatively unknown pathway that leads directly into the Big Top, aka where the coven or the web lies. Mostly just the lieutenants and myself use this passageway. There are 2 main areas that we're going to have to go through to get there, and It should be okay. Just keep your wits about you. We'll have to be joining in on some fun.
What does that
Okay.
mean?
Nothing
Nothing about this place is fun.
Char, as we walk down in whatever hallway we're about to fucking walk down, I'm gonna have one of my jawbreakers in each hand, and first sign of trouble, I'm throwing both of them.
Okay, that's your
Okay,
prepared
I'm
action.
readying an action to throw these jawbreakers at anything scary.
I think you can only throw one, but I will still allow you to prepare that
I'm
action.
putting 2 jawbreakers in one hand.
That's not how that works, Wilmer.
Okay, fine.
If we're preparing actions, I have my gun out.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna light my axe on fire and just have it ready to go for.
This is a spooky hallway, sir. We're scared.
We're on edge.
What's our order? Who's going in first? Who's
I
dying?
mean, I'll go first.
Asher.
I mean, I got 90 HP. So.
I have 152 hit
Yeah,
points.
I'm
my
not going
dudes.
first.
Yeah.
152.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy balls!
I'm going first.
Asher, what you doing?
So Asher is still hasn't shape changed out of the like shrub form and is instead going to sort of like focus, and the shrubs are going to actually like thicken, and I'm going to at will cast mage armor on myself
Nice.
because I can do that now.
Really
Yeah.
I should say, Wilmer, would you like to cast mage armor?
I don't think it gives me more AC at this point with my thing. With my tattoo.
Oh, right. Your tattoo.
cool. It only brings
It
you
does
up.
not give
Yeah.
me more than my tattoo.
All right.
And my sick new 6-pack.
And you enter. Dr. Stella will be coming with you. The toy maker turns to you all and says, do you think I'll leave it up to you? Would you like me to come with you? It will be very hard to explain if the wrong people see me with you all. But I will come if you require my assistance.
Just want to like draw us a map or something quickly before we go.
I don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah, but also we're so bad at explaining ourselves.
It might be safer for you to
That is-
return to Locke's as well,
Yeah.
informing Locke what we have accomplished here.
Yes. That is that. Yep. Let's be responsible.
All right, no problem. So then, yeah, I'll just let you know it's straight down this corridor. There's no real... It's windy, but there aren't really any ways you can get lost in there. The first thing you'll encounter is the prize room. Get ready to meet Cacophony. And after that, there's the failing Feywild Extreme show. So that's the 2 things you'll be facing, and I'll see you when I see you.
Yo, you're not allowed to leave. I would like to hear about this cacophony.
Cacophony, she's great. She's a real quick talker, I would say.
I
Whose
would like to
side
look
is she
around
on?
the room really quickly and see if there's any fucking posters in this room. And if there's not, I'm looking direct at them.
If there's posters in this
being
room,
like,
we're already fucked.
Yo, there's no posters. Tell us. You don't have to say they're great.
Yeah, there are no posters in this room. You've spent all night here, so I won't say. You have to roll for
Thank
it.
you.
They say, you know, I mean, she's not malicious. She's in the prize room. I mean, I've heard that there's some issues with the electricity in there. I don't have much to tell you. She used to work at the souvenir shop, but they didn't like her. Magnanimo wasn't a big fan, so she got sent to the prize room instead. Nobody really goes there.
Oh, so she'll probably want company. So she should be really happy to see someone.
Yeah.
Let us leave.
And
No,
then
we'll
Feywild
just bring her
Extreme. It's
with-
great.
She can just come with us and fight Heckna.
I mean,
We can just convince her to come.
If you
It's
want,
fine.
you could try.
Yeah, totally.
not leaving hasn't been a problem in the past.
Let's go.
We'll be fine.
Let's just go. It's fine.
Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
just go.
We will fast travel to the prize room
We
through
hit the fast
these
travel point of the campaign, guys.
darkened hallways that do seem to have a bit of webbing attached to them. There are torches throughout that light the way for you. And you come across the prize room, a dark-skinned woman with her hair tied up in Bantu knots. She has almost a permanent smile across her face. And she says, "Oh, hello! I've wanted so much to have some fun new friends to play with. Nobody ever comes here since, the souvenir shop opened. It's been years since I've seen anyone besides the toy maker. I do have a little bit of a problem with the lighting, though, but it should be okay. No worries." And this NPC was created by our dear donator of our Indiegogo, Alex J. Holt on Twitter. Thank you so much, Alex, for creating this NPC.
Love it.
I'm gonna step forward.
And as you step forward, the lights grow dim, and a single light orb appears in the ceiling of this circuit's tent. 3 statues, almost looking like multi-limbed acrobats, lower from the ceiling, and the room becomes dark. You hear sounds of coins and other treasure falling around you. And we're going to take our break
Ooh.
now.
Be right back.
I've been working on my Steve cosplay, and I found the perfect piece to finish it off at the costume shop. They have wigs, costumes, contacts, and they even have a cosplay section on their website for people just like me. Head on over to thecostumeshop.com/?REF tabletop tiddies to get started. That's TheCostumeShoppe.com, spelled ye old way. Make sure to use the code Tabletop Tiddies with double D's to get yourself $10 off at checkout. Maybe I should make a Imogen White cosplay next.
Elevate your look with Monday May's handcrafted beaded jewelry. Monday May Jewelry is an Afro-Indigenous jewelry brand that creates heirloom pieces for collectors who are excited to incorporate rich culture with sustainable, slow fashion. Each of their timeless beaded pieces are 100% handcrafted, sustainably made, and unique. Match the minimalist danglers or the everyday fringe earrings with anything in your wardrobe, or really sparkle with a pair of statement earrings from the Legacy Collection. Celebrate culture and celebrate joy at MondayMayJewelry.com.
Hello! We are back. The room has just turned dark with a single glowing lantern above you all in the center of this very large tent that you're in. The statues have fallen down slowly and have emitted various treasures around you. And I'm going to need everyone to make a dex save right now.
Ooh.
What?
God.
Right, we haven't done anything, Sharp.
Things
Ooh.
are buffeting from the ceiling.
I got a
An
16.
11.
Got a 5.
Oof.
4.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
Not great.
everybody except for Asher takes full damage. Asher, you take half damage, which is just 6 bludgeoning.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
So
can
3
I
for Asher.
Evasion?
You can if you want to. Is that like a limited amount of things you can
No,
do?
it's just a reaction.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey,
Hell
Asher,
yeah.
thanks for that temp HP.
Any
That's right.
time.
You all have 11, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
10.
11.
I had 10.
11, yeah.
Ooh.
Wait,
Alright,
we
that's
all have it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I told you had
we're
leaves
about to
grow
go
into
the-
your clothes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Um,
Asher's got some
some
extra
jazzy
business
abs.
happening.
I thought that was just for Wilmer. What the fuck? Okay, so
No.
sorry, it
We
was
all got
6
this cute little cornet.
6
of-
damage. So cool.
Now we
Awesome.
have 5 temp HP left.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pick up
And-
one of the treasures that have fallen and just cast light on it.
Yeah.
Uh,
You pick up like a gold coin of like 2 inches in diameter, almost like a disc on an air hockey table.
Char, out of character, do we know this person's name?
Yes, because the toy maker told you it was cacophony.
uh,
Thank
C-
you.
Cacophony. Can I see them still? Cacophony, are you still in here?
I'm here. I'm so sorry. The lights are just flickering. Nobody can come down here. Maintenance is just very, very busy. But thank you so much for coming and saying hi. What can I do for you today?
We have a very important mission. We're going to kill Arachne and free everyone who's trapped here.
Yep, that's what's happening.
Uh,
We're done lying to people.
And we would very much like your assistance in this endeavor.
Oh my goodness, killing Hekina, that seems like a really, really big task. My main things that I have at my disposal are basically everything that you see before you. So lots of gold, some chalices, a few, luxury chairs.
Cacophony, darling, would you like me to take a look at your lights situation for you?
Oh, could you? That would be so very kind of you.
Sure,
And
I can take a look.
I love sitting. I can sit on your chairs.
If you'd like to sit on a chair, by all means, you may. What game did you win, by the way? Usually people don't come here anymore for winning the games.
Killing Sophie.
Yeah.
Oh, we also won the Wild Well games.
Yeah, that too, but
Wild
Yeah.
Well
here,
games.
here, totally just murdered the Chandler of Flesh.
And
Wow.
the
She attacked
pirate
us.
games. We won the pirate games with the boats.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bolt Blaster 3000!
Yeah, we won Boat Blaster 3000.
Mm-hmm. The Wild Well games. That doesn't sound something that I'm familiar with, but
I mean, they were technically trials. They were called the Wild Well Trials.
Vexna was a big
Oh.
sponsor of them.
yes,
Yeah.
I heard that he was trying to expand into them. I'm so glad that worked out, but
I mean,
We're not a fan.
we kind of, I don't know.
We love them.
Can I take a look at the lights?
yes, go ahead and roll Thieves' Tools or Sleight of Hand. What are you using?
Can I first? Well, I want to look at them first. So like,
Oh, sure, yeah, Intelligence.
or like investigation.
Yeah.
I mean it's the same thing, but yeah. Hey, 24.
Yeah, there seems
What
to
the fuck is
definitely
going on?
be a little bit of magical means that are fucking with the lights here, but definitely the basis of it is shitty wiring that needs to be repaired.
Mending. You get a mending. You get a mending. Everybody gets a mending because it's a cantrip.
Woo! Yeah, I'll say for sure you're able to cast Mending a bunch of times, and at each time the light begins to grow stronger, and doesn't take long for the lighting to be repaired. Oh my goodness, everything is so bright and beautiful. It's great to see all my glistening, shiny objects. I just need to follow back on this one point that you sort of just glossed over here. You killed a Chandler of Flesh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, she attacked first, technically, so
Yeah.
it was self-defense.
It was very much self-defense. If you look at the legal code of Hekna land, you'll see that it was totally within our rights.
Yes. Did you find, was there a marionette in there with blue hair, cut in a bob? They have a very masculine build. She took them from me, and it was quite upsetting.
You can probably go and take a look if you like.
Yes,
have
No
a
one's
mask.
in there now.
Yeah, you could totally go check it out.
I'm so sorry. I can't leave this room.
Says who?
Well, says Hekna.
Well, he's
But-
going to die soon, so
Oh my goodness.
That's not very nice for him to banish you to this room. Wouldn't it be kind of cool to like rebel? Don't you just want to go ape shit?
I could be persuaded to rebel. I don't know. It's just
Well,
he's quite
would it take?
powerful.
He is.
I fixed
He
your
is.
lights.
But also, we've already killed so many of his followers that have messed with us on our way to freeing this entire place from his rule.
It's not
Also,
really his
my brother
followers.
was a lieutenant, and he's also dead because of me.
Hey,
So
Cacophony. My friends, they're scary. I know this. They've killed a lot of people. Me,
Oh.
I'm just a prince. I'm
You've
here.
killed the most people.
Hanging.
Wilmer.
Shut the fuck up, Steve. I'm just
Oh my
here.
goodness, this is
Hanging
upsetting.
out.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying that we would all love to like keep going, hang out, go down this passageway further, say hi to Heckna, give him a little hug, maybe slit him his throat. We'll see what happens.
Holy shit.
Wilmer,
And
if
then
you're
that
that
might
rude to
help
me
ya.
again, I'm gonna remind you that your wax chest has no chest hairs.
His face just droops a little, and he just kind of steps back and he lets Steve take over.
Don't sass me.
Okay.
And I, like,
So
wag a finger.
are you unable
Up
to
at him
leave
'cause
this
he's twice
room
my
by
height.
any means? If you were to teleport, would that work?
I'm not sure. I don't have the teleportation ability, but I can't go through either of the doors here. And they gesture to both the front and back doors. This NPC uses she, they pronouns. And she says, but I'm sure that if you killed Heckna, that would probably remove any of the negative abilities that have been put against me. I could try to
Actually,
help
Really
you.
quick here. Just being the little, other person here. Could you can't go through any doors. But if I were to just hit a hole through that wall there, could you just go through that?
Oh,
'Cause
it's
you can't go through a
magically
door.
reinforced. You're not really
Oh.
able to tear the tent. It's very, very important to Heckna that I stay here.
This may sound morbid, and don't assume anything. Can you leave if you're dead, and then perhaps we revive you on the other side?
What the
I don't know.
Asher,
Asher.
It's a
that's gonna be a no.
okay. I was a
But I
simple
mean, also
curiosity.
though, could you just asking theoretically?
Ugh,
I really don't know.
All right.
sounds highly
But we
high
could-
risk.
Try it. Looks at Asher.
I mean, we have a doctor in the other room. It might be a thing to ask her. We're again in
That
a
was with
Oh,
us.
was I not supposed to come here? I'm
Oh,
so sorry.
sorry.
I thought I was
Stella's
coming with
straight up
y'all.
beside you right now.
It's dark in here. It could be a thing that if you're incredibly willing to help defeat Heckna, extreme measures have been taken in the past. But again, it's with your utmost involvement, I suppose.
Well, I think I could try it. I mean, this seems very interesting.
My God. All right.
What kind of like
No.
sad
No.
bored life?
Come on. This is
Does
just
this
someone
person
who
even-
spent all of their fucking existence in this endless room.
This is a universe
just
where literal
wants to
magic exists
try
to just
the fuck out to get out because they've never been able to. I would like to suggest that Borba just hits them with their axe, and then once that gets too rough, we can maybe try my darts that are like a
I'm
lot less deadly.
really, really not comfortable with doing that because then
Okay.
if it doesn't work, it's my fault.
I will
we have Stella
give it a
though.
go. I can try.
Stella,
Do you have
darling.
some kind of like potion or
Yeah,
uh,
I don't know. This is
Again,
really. Yeah, this is really not. I'm not okay with
This
this.
is taking a bit of a
this is
turn.
like-
I'm X-carding
Rachel
something
is
like
not
this.
comfortable with
Um,
where this has gone.
Let's just reroute this scene
Yeah.
here. It took quite
Yeah.
a bit of a turn of I think we want to keep the jokey, fun
Yeah.
escape
Yeah.
and not so much the suicide
Yeah.
that this has happened to become.
Not.
So instead, what's going to happen is Stella's going to reach into her bag. She's going to reach into her doctor's pouch of her lab coat, and she's going to take out a little blue pill, and she's going to pass it forward, and she says, well, now this isn't going to exactly take out the life force, but it is something that I used to use to sneak around the Revelia. Quite an interesting thing. It acts as a sort of cloaking device against most magic. I used it to get into the lab many a time, and I think this might help you out here. If it doesn't work, we can try something else, but before we get into anything too hasty, let's go this route.
I like this. This is great.
You had that the
I
whole
also
time?
would have loved to have had this
venom.
earlier.
What
I
the fuck,
suck.
Stella?
To be fair, Stella wasn't really with us a lot lately.
Totally fair.
Also, if someone's spotted doing this, they're probably in more trouble than simply staying put.
Probably.
It is up to you. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. I totally put that on yourself, and I'd value any choice that you make. And Cacophony says, "Oh no, I think this is fine. Let's try it. I have some battles that I wouldn't mind fighting in. I don't exactly like being placed here."
Sweet.
Before we leave, can I take a look around? Because if there's like legit
Yeah.
gold in here, I want that shit.
100%. Or just like a black ticket would be sick.
Yeah, go ahead and
that.
roll investigation.
I will also look.
I think all of us are
I'm
gonna
not-
end
yeah,
up
I'm
doing
not
Why
that.
don't
doing
we
nothing.
That
use
is
the
a
help action?
natural 20.
I'm still -1 to investigation, so that's good.
I got
Y'all,
a 12.
I rolled a 4 minus 2, so 2.
So with this group check, I'll roll for Stella.
No, not group check. Just Emily.
You can't.
Jack,
No.
what the fuck?
This is not how this works. You cannot
No.
all say, "I want to roll," and then someone gets a nat
Yeah.
20, and then discount every other roll. But then
No,
other
no, no.
times it works out.
Okay.
No.
I got a 2.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm not sharing though. I don't want to share my nat 20.
I'm barely looking.
Listen, you should
I
have
won't
discussed
share
this
my
before
12.
quickly running around and just all rolling willy-nilly. Stella got a 25. So Steve, Stella, Wilmer got a 12.
Yeah,
And-
a 12 to 20.
And Borba, what did you get?
Got a 2.
And Asher got a 2 also. Okay, that's still enough to pass. I'll wait the nat 20 still as 2 successes. So Steve, let's roll. Let's flip a coin. Let's roll a D2. And you
A
can
D2?
get that's okay, I have one. And it's a 2, which means that you find 2 black tickets.
Sorry.
Everything
Ooh.
else.
Look, everyone, I found 1 black ticket.
Oh.
You can roll deception.
Okay.
I would like to roll
He's
perception to
so
see if I see the second
fine.
one.
This is
can
going
I
to be
argue?
against everyone's passive perception. You won't be able to
Okay.
actively roll against this.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Um,
should have taken that fucking perception feat. God damn it. But here I am with my 10
Can I argue sleight of hand to
perception.
pocket it? It's actually as I said it with words. Okay.
No.
Wow. Hey, I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Wow, even I noticed.
15.
Look, there's another one here. For
Wow.
2
Good
total.
job, Steve.
Uh-huh.
So proud of you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Cool.
And I do that thing where like you've got like 1 card behind the other, and I'm like, surprise, it's actually 2.
Ooh, yes.
face.
And Cacophony says, "Oh, congratulations! That's so fantastic. But where should I go once I make it through here? And like she starts walking towards the door. Is there a place I should meet you to try and join this revolution? Or I don't really know what's going on."
Yeah, I guess I've been down here a while.
Are they heading they're heading towards the direction that we entered, not the direction that we intend to go, correct?
They're going the way you intend to go.
Didn't they
Okay.
also want
Oh.
to look for the mannequin or the marionette with the blue bob?
Yes.
Are you asking this in person?
Yes. Aren't,
No.
are
What?
you going
What?
to look for the blue bobbed marionette, or are you coming with us? Because there is a safe location to reconvene.
I would love to be able to check on my friend before I do help you out, if that's okay.
Then perhaps return there. There's a chance that the toy maker may still be there, and we'll bring you to the location that everybody is meeting.
Okay, here we go. And she walks the opposite direction and places her hand on the door. Fingers crossed. And she opens it and is able to walk through.
Okay.
Whoa, that was really scary. Okay, I'll see you hopefully outside.
It seemed easier.
Wow.
And with that, is there anything else you'd like to do in this room before you go on to your final destination?
No?
I think we have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I investigate those statues? Or
Yeah.
the way they literally just like dumping stuff.
They're all holding what appears to be like a stone bag upside down. Nothing else is falling out of
Okay.
them right now.
This is where the chair is, and if we don't investigate, we don't find it.
I would also like to look for any sort of potions or kind of cabinets that would hold potions or bags that would hold potions. Fuck.
Do you need a potion? I have
I
four
need
of
a
them.
healing
Do you need a
potion.
portion?
Very
Here,
rough.
take a potion. I have one.
I believe I still have a
Want
cream
two?
soda.
That way we can both have two.
Now I can have one. What potion is this?
This is a greater healing potion. I have 4 in total.
Okay, I don't know why it says I have one, but I'm gonna assume that I don't have one because I'm pretty 99% sure I used every single fucking potion I had in that last battle.
Okay. So do you want 1 or 2? Because I will remove whatever you want from my inventory.
I would like to have 2 potions.
Okay, so we both have 2 potions now.
Okay, cool. Airfied.
Cool.
All right, y'all, we got to press on. I'm hoping that we can get to Arachne sooner rather than later. Every hour that passes where we're not confronting him before he can find out we're coming is bad news to me.
Yep.
Hey,
go.
before we go, I want to stab the wiring that I fixed so that it looks like it's still broken.
Sure. Yes, you can do that.
Just-
no problem.
So
Opposite
Oh.
mending.
opposite mending.
Demending.
still-
You get
Like-
broken. You get broken.
Side note, there were no actual potions in this room.
No, there were no other magical items. It seemed to be all this fake gold and whatnot.
Fake too? Oh, unfortunate.
And it's not long of another small tunnel that you head through, same as the one before you all see a tall, slender fae before you with a feminine figure. She has long brown hair and monarch butterfly wings, and she hovers in the air under a large sign in blinking lights that says Feywild Extreme. And next to her is a constantly dripping mastiff hound that is giving off a slightly pungent scent.
Wow, I'm so glad I have a pocket watch.
Floof hisses in my back. He peeks his head out and he's just like, Dog!
What was the pocket watch comment? What?
Well, I'm just putting this out there. I have this, I have my monocle, but I also have a watch, and I think watches are important. I've heard they're important in the Feywild, because time is fucked.
All right.
Valid.
Excellent.
Anyone
I
else
figured you would be coming
What?
by. Arachne can't wait to see you. But before you get to him, you of course have to experience my Big Top show. Well, it's currently in what I'm calling the beta phase, but it is sure to be a big hit. If you make it all the way through, you'll even win a prize.
I love prizes.
I
Can
also
we
love shows.
can we report any glitches in this beta test?
Oh, yes, there will be an audience feedback survey at the end of the
Amazing.
show.
Thank you so
Are you
much.
using Jira?
I take this kind of stuff really seriously.
So here is the deal. Welcome
Okay.
to the Feywild Extreme, where the show is on rails and you're forced to run on them as it happens to you. Literally, here, step right up. And she gestures to a sort of conveyor belt that begins to move. If you make it through all the seasons, good for you. That means you can go and meet Arachne. And she puts her hands on her hips as she flutters in the air.
All right. Cool.
Bye.
So is everybody getting
Um,
on the treadmill?
I don't
I
think
mean,
we have a choice.
You can't
Yes.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
can
there
I,
a
like,
passage, a service road beside the treadmill that we can speed walk beside?
Yeah.
Or are we just kind of
Yeah.
forced to walk on
I think I would like to look around and see if there's like an emergency exit. Just to see if there is a chance we could just be like, yeah, totally, and then just like leave.
But like, we can't leave. We gotta go meet Arachne.
Yeah, but we could like go around.
There doesn't seem, looking around here, there doesn't seem to be any other doors
Okay.
other than the one that you came through.
Okay. Well, looks like we're doing this then.
All right.
All right. And as you all enter onto this conveyor belt, there are screens around you that fill with brightly colored autumn leaves of red and gold as Trinity's voice speaks over the sound system. Ah, fall. Such a fun time. The crisp air, the apple cider, jack-o'-lanterns, and more. We'll keep it at a light pace. And everyone needs to make an athletics check, DC 12.
No!
Can I maybe get advantage because I have mobile?
Explain mobile to me.
It's really good at running and gives me +10 to my speed and stuff.
Sure.
Yay!
All right. So, Wilmer just stands there, and
Oh, no.
he wavers unsuredly, and then you just see his 6-pack fucking flax, and he just fucking dive rolls with a 15.
I got 13.
And Borba?
12.
Oh,
22.
Wow.
Ooh, all right.
I rolled a 6 and a 5 with advantage.
I rolled a 14 plus 8.
I rolled a 16 minus 1.
I would say these are all pretty accurate for the states that we're in.
You all pass this check. Some of you are right in line with the rhythm of this treadmill. Others are you're struggling to find that rhythm if you didn't get much greater than a 12. But all of you managed to continue forward, and over the loudspeakers as the screens before you turn a little bit more moonlight lighting. You hear, now comes the fun part, a collaborative spooky story with the audience. Let's start with the one who looks like a tree.
Yes.
It's time to tell a spooky story.
Is there any sort of credential or any sort of criteria or setting that's required in this story?
I think you're supposed to just start telling a spooky story.
There
We've
was
done spooky things.
there was once a young dwarf cleric who was lost in the woods. They found themselves in utter darkness, unhelped by their god. They came across a small acorn lying on the ground, and when they picked it up, they felt within themselves an inspiration of hope. So they went to a open clearing, planted the acorn, and waited for the tree to grow from the ground. But when it did, it turned out that the dwarf was...
Okay, collaborative storytelling.
Oh,
Next, the green woman.
Nobody was interrupting me, so...
Where did you leave off? What was the last thing you said? Sorry, I just want to make sure I continue the story. This is improv, baby. Let's go.
Waiting for a tree to grow.
Waiting for a tree to go, and then the sheriff shows up and was like, hey, you know what? You gotta pay taxes on this property you're growing this tree on. And then the person was like, no, I don't want to pay taxes. And then they had to go to court. And that's the scariest thing that you could ever have happen to you, because holy shit, not speaking from experience or anything, I'm totally paying my taxes in Wildwell.
Are you not paying your
kind of
taxes,
looks up and
Laura?
is like, what?
Shut up!
Are you not? Because taxes kind of, it's fine. I mean,
Anyways,
it's okay.
This person went to jail.
And
because
then-
they didn't pay their taxes.
Yeah,
Next
that's how it
person.
Who's next?
I don't know, one
Stella?
of you people. I told you, I set you
I
up for the
think it's
spookiest
Stella.
ending.
That's pretty spooky, Stella. Why don't you go?
They got thrown into jail and this is hard. Thrown into jail and, their skin just started to rot in there. They didn't have enough access to water. They were dehydrated. You got to get your 8 cups a day. Whew. And as this was going on, they started to go unwell. They see visions. Visions, I tell you. Wilmer, what visions did they see?
They saw visions. lots of them. And in the visions were spoiled beignets and trees that were too skinny to hide behind. And there were also apples fucking everywhere. There was just apples piled, and you were just like, where are there apples? And they were fucking everywhere, and you're just like, why are there apples? And then just Wilmer just curls into a little ball and starts
On the
sobbing.
treadmill.
Are you rolling on the treadmill?
Are you gonna roll off the treadmill right now, though?
No, he's just like curled into fetal position on this treadmill, and he's like, there are so many apples.
So you're gonna roll off the treadmill.
Yes,
You
You're
were
flying.
gone.
I assume this is like a magic carpet treadmill, not like an
Nope.
actual. Okay,
An actual
he's
treadmill.
on. He's off the treadmill.
Fuck.
Steve, you must finish the story.
The end.
All right, that wasn't the best story I ever heard, but we'll move forward. And you all see a torrential downpour bursts from a storm cloud up ahead, and it will be on
Sorry,
you.
do we need to get Wilmer?
I will get there. It will be on
Okay.
you within 6 seconds. So you have 1 round. What would you like to do in the 6 seconds before the storm cloud arrives? Which may include trying to help Wilmer, who's quite far away now.
Inventory. What do I have?
Can we? Is it like a? Do we think that it's like you're gonna take like damage, or is it just you're gonna get soaking wet?
You get the feeling that you will be experiencing spring.
How far away did Wilmer fly?
The athletics check was only a DC 12, so they're probably at this point, it's only 1 round, 50 feet away.
All right, I'm going to turn around and like begin to run towards Wilmer, and then basically like reach down and grab Wilmer by the collar and cast Thunderstep to teleport back to where we were.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably damaging everything that was back there a bit.
All right.
That's my preparation, is getting Wilmer
Yeah.
back.
Anything else that other folks want to do, Borba or Steve?
Yeah, I guess it's a storm, so I'm assuming it's raining real hard.
Mhm.
Like, okay. So what I would like to do is I would like to take off my backpack and put it towards me so that I can shield my backpack where Floof is hanging out.
Ow.
And I would like to then see if I could fashion Myrmidon's yucky bit around me as like kind of a hood to shield myself from the rain somewhat.
Yes, I love that.
I don't have a hood. That's literally all I have to prepare myself for a rainstorm. So,
I'm just debating on whether or not I would use a spell slot here. I think I will. I'm not convinced that we're not gonna get hurt.
Yeah, I don't
So
know, but I don't
I
have
would
anything
like-
to do, so.
I would like to cast Absorb Elements.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Smart.
So if it is like lightning, like acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, I can the spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it for your next melee attack turn. And you have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. Also, the first time you hit with me, I get extra damage if I hit someone else.
Nice.
So
Is this a reaction or is this an action?
it's a reaction.
Okay, great. So you don't even have to waste the spell slot unless you take that damage. Then you can use your reaction to cast it.
Ooh.
So it's
You're just
perfect.
You're readying an action.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Has everybody gone? Yes.
Wilmer did.
I'm just like trying to re-stabilize
Yeah,
Wilmer.
Wilmer, you've been coddled by this bush.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I'm
Never
gonna
say
need.
those words in that order ever again.
I'm gonna need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw. Borba, you can do this with advantage as you prepared yourself with your hood. This DC is 17.
Oh yeah, I got a 17.
Constitution?
Constitution save.
Magic?
This would be magical.
Well, we got a 17 because we got advantage because I rolled a 2 before. So
16.
Okay. I'll say if you would like to use your spell slot.
No, it's fine. Once per long rest, I can gain advantage on one attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. And I would like to use that now.
Yeah.
After I do this, the DM can have me roll on the wild magic surge table. After I cast a first level spell slot or higher, so hold your fucking breath for me to cast a goddamn spell, because I'm fine until then, because instead of a nat 1, I rolled a 13.
All right. Unfortunately, still not beating the
Okay,
DC.
but it's not a nat 1, so I'm not upset.
Steve, I will give you the option. If you would like to use your reaction to cast Absorb Elements, I will say that you can automatically pass this check if you would like to. You do not know what the adverse effect is, but I will give you that option.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. That means, Wilmer, you are the only one that faces a level of exhaustion as the water pours onto you.
I'm so
can
glad I
survive.
had advantage. Holy shit.
Which means that you
I
now
can survive
have
exhaustion.
disability on ability checks for the rest of this show.
I can,
Disadvantage.
I can do that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can. It's fucking fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
And the air around you begins to drop into freezing temperatures. Is there anything you would like to do as you continue running in the next 6 seconds?
All right. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna. My axe is already on fire. Yeah.
I'd say your axes are on fire.
Still on
right?
fire,
I'm gonna
yes.
just have it hold. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna pass. I have a torch in my backpack, so I'm gonna be like, "Hey, yo, anybody?" I'm just gonna like light the torch on fire. I'm like, "Anybody need a torch? Anybody need it?" I'm gonna pass it to somebody who needs it. Some warmth. We're gonna need that warmth.
I'm just gonna stick by you.
All right. Who wants this?
I like
I have a burning torch.
I'm like actively putting my hand up to not.
You don't want it?
No, they're a tree.
I'm all right, thank you.
Valid. Hey,
I'll
Wilmer,
take
you want a
it.
torch?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
fuck it. Yeah, just give me a thing that's on fire.
Cool.
I'll hold it in one hand and my jawbreaker in another, and we'll be
How
ready to
far
rumble.
away is Wilmer from me right now? Do I need to toss it, or can I pass it down the
teleport
chain?
it up. You can
Okay.
You would have,
hook a
yeah, you'd
bitch
be
up.
able to, yeah.
Okay, I'll just pass it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Cool. All right.
So Steve is hovering and trying to be near Borba.
Yeah, I've drawn my rapier as well. I know
Okay.
we forgot that I had that, but I do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Steve and Wilmer has the torch. Asher, is there anything you would like to do to prepare?
I don't really have anything, so I think just sort of I'm gonna just like hunker down and try to push my way through it.
All right.
I could use Sacred Flame, but that's radiant, so it doesn't help.
Yeah. Which means that everybody gets advantage on this except for Asher, as you are going to be doing a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
So even me with my disadvantage gets advantage, or I just get a straight roll.
That means you get a straight roll.
Perfect.
I got an 8.
Oh, it's a saving throw?
21.
Dirty 20.
Saving throw? So I have plus
Saving
8, so
throw.
24.
Holy
Because I
crap.
rolled a 16.
Somebody said 13 or something? Someone did not get a very high number.
I got an 8.
That's it. It's you.
Well,
Asher, I'm so sorry. You face a level of exhaustion as your leaves begin to crack and fall away.
I just kind of like try to stay focused and push through it while like actively decaying.
Yeah.
Oof.
At this
Caution,
point,
buddies.
I will allow everybody to make a perception check.
Ooh. There's
Except
no
for,
end to
actually,
this,
except
is
for
there?
you, Asher, my dear friend.
Yeah,
You're
disadvantage,
frozen.
thanks. Oh,
15?
16.
Anything for you, Wilmer? 12. All of you are able to see that as the leaves begin to crumble around Asher, less of them is changeling than you remember. They used to only have one limb that was tree. It seems that this has extended.
Hey, y'all, I have a theory, but... Hey, I have a theory, but we're running.
But I need more.
And a bright, hot sun breaks through the clouds. It will be on you in 6 seconds. Is there anything you would like to do?
All right, we're gonna douse the axe. We're gonna actually, I believe I can use an action or a reaction to change it to frost. And that's what I'll do.
It hasn't been frosted so long.
I haven't used it in front. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. All right. Put out that torch, God damn it! Well, we're about to get toasty in here, and I just turn it to frost. And then I also take off my hood, Myrmidon's yucky bit, and I'm gonna try to like tie it around my waist.
Ooh.
Like you would a hoodie in the summer if you were a 90s kid.
Steve.
Just stick by me. I got Frosty.
Yeah, I'll stick by Borba, but I will ready shield if need be. Even though these are all con saves, so I don't think that's actually gonna do much. Oh wait, hold up. What's this thing that I got? No, just kidding. I'll ready shield if need be.
And as sorry, Wilmer.
I would like
I also
to
have one.
see things.
Mm-hmm.
So the sun looks like it's about to get fucking toasty.
Yes.
Is my vibe? Okay, cool. I would like to see if there's any dirt in my immediate vicinity.
There isn't, but you might have something in your bag. I don't know.
Is there dirt in my
I don't know what you've been
bag?
collecting, but I'm just saying that you're on a treadmill.
Dirt in my goddamn bag. What do you think I have in my bag? Do you think I just collect dirt?
I don't know.
At this point, have we drank all of the water in our water skins? Probably, right?
Am I?
I think during your rest you would be able to use, like, while you were at the lab, you would have access to the water that Stella used, so you could have refilled your waters.
Okay.
That's something that would happen on a long rest, I think.
Okay, I'm like, so I have water in my water skin. Do you have water in yours, Wilmer?
Yeah, I have fucking water in my water
Cool.
skin like a normal human.
Cool. So
it
yeah, recommend drinking it when it gets hot. Just
It's
saying.
normal water.
Yeah.
My question is are
Stay
candy
hydrated.
canes dirt? Char.
No, I'm so sorry.
Wow, that's very rude. Would you consider candy canes earth? No?
No.
Okay.
Candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Borba would like to be like, yeah, so Wilmer, instead of giving me some fucking sass over there, could you like drink your water and stay hydrated? Thanks.
Incredibly sassy today.
That's what I said in my scary story. We gotta stay hydrated.
Wow, this is so rude. Okay.
McRae redeemed hydrate in the chat.
Wow, the timing.
Woo.
I guess I'm gonna drink water.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I
go
mean,
for it.
that's all I can do.
So I'm
There's
currently
no fucking dirt.
chilly. So I'm gonna wait and see if I do get too hot. And if I do, I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding, grab my snow cone that I still have, and just put it on my head.
Nice.
Great.
Love
And Dr. Stella's gonna take out cold compress and place it on her forehead as she runs.
Smart.
Which means that everyone has done something to help react to these adverse effects. But first, I do need an athletics check as the
God
treadmill
damn it.
picks up speed. DC
Yes.
17.
No. 7.
Oof.
12.
6.
15.
Oh, you all fail.
God damn it!
Oh.
So close.
The pace of the tracks is a bit too much for you to handle. And you are going to take this con save at disadvantage if you are going to be rolling with advantage. So basically, that's
A
everybody.
flat.
Yeah.
So a flat roll instead? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So
11.
flat.
It was almost 19.
18.
Please don't fuck me.
Pass.
Okay.
I got
Cool.
a 22.
I also got a 22.
Hey, buddies!
The DC was 17. I think somebody did not make that.
I got 11.
Yes. Dear Asher, I'm so sorry you weren't able to beat the heat, and you are going to take a second level of exhaustion.
God dang.
Which means that now your speed is halved.
Ooh, boy. I'm down to
Wait,
20.
Sorry, I was supposed to have disadvantage with my level 1 exhaustion, I believe.
Yes.
And I just flat rolled. I didn't disadvantage.
Oh,
roll.
okay. Go ahead and roll again.
But if you did something that gave you advantage, there's no like double disadvantage, so it might have still been flat.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean,
because you got advantage, but then you
Yeah.
have disadvantage, so it's just regular. So you're good.
yeah. Okay, cool.
And with that, as Asher begins to get to the back of the pack of you, as you all continue to run, and the screens around you erupt into a burst of fresh flowers that really smells just lovely. And I'm going to need another Constitution saving throw against the Feywild pollen.
Can I
This
do
is just
something?
a straight roll.
Natural 20, bitches.
This is a flat roll unless you have a level of exhaustion.
Again with a 22. I don't know why I counted when I rolled the really this thing.
My God! Sorry, real quick, I'm taking a fucking goddamn picture of my goddamn screen because I rolled a fucking nat 20 and a natural fucking 1, and I am so irritated!
Oh, man!
I am so sorry, Internet, but I am so upset!
This is wild.
When does that happen?
That happens when the dice know what they want, even if they're digital.
Steve, what did you get? Oh, man.
Natural 20.
Oh, yes, right. And Kelly, okay.
I got a 13.
Which means that Asher and Wilmer, Wilmer, you are the first to completely pass out.
Wow, hot.
And you unfortunately do not get the option of what I will provide to Asher, which I will say you can roll again to see if you succeed, but if you do, you will take another level of exhaustion.
Okay, can I do something before I do that?
No.
Okay.
Because you're going to be unconscious or you're going to be up.
Let's roll again.
All right.
YOLO. Ooh, that's a 21, baby.
Okay, you pass. So you have a third level of exhaustion, which means that you are at disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Your speed is halved, and you have a disadvantage on ability checks.
Hell yeah. Just pushing through. Like, Asher has not once, like, stopped, like, has slowed down and stuff, but it's just, like, pointing forward the entire time.
And you all feel, as the treadmill begins to slow, and you all sort of feel drawn to look at this tree that keeps on running. But then your attention gets drawn elsewhere as you see Wilmer's body begin to get cocooned in web and lifted into the air.
Oh no!
Unconscious and out of your area. And that is where we're
Wilmer's
going
like,
to end
"Bye."
the episode.
Yay!
Where are you going? Your camera's like fisheye.
You fucking scream.
Do some housekeeping.
Yes, please, Emily.
Oh my god!
This was the most chaotic episode I think we've ever had. If you would like to support these titties in these trying times, you can become a patron at patreon.com/titties Tabletop Tiddies. You can also check out our merch at tabletoptiddies.threadless.com. There are some sales going on right now, so I highly recommend checking it out, especially if you want to grab something before the holiday season. But there will be some more sales later on as well for Black Friday and that kind of a thing.
Indeed.
Make sure you're following us on social media at Tabletop Tiddies, and this season is coming very quickly to a close. But if you tweet using hashtag TTTitties, you can get your name on the list for next season, maybe, for it to have an NPC named after you. Our next stream is tomorrow night. It's Titties by Night. It's our Titties by Night finale. So you definitely gonna want to check that out at 8:30 p.m. PST. I have a wig. Shar has a wig.
Rachel has
I don't think
clothes.
Rachel has a wig.
Rachel's coming from work.
I don't
have a wig.
But definitely come and see our finale tomorrow night for Titties by Night. All of this information can be found on our website, which is www.tabletoptiddies.com. And every time I'm saying titties, it's with double D's, if you know what I mean. Wig.
Yeah. And I will say that next week we will be joined on Into the Revelia by Jeremy Cobb from Three Black Halflings, playing the lovely role of Arachne.
Lovely.
We'll see what happens there, as apparently he has a hostage in Wilmer.
Ew.
What? No. Bye.
Bye.